Hey Jim, let's talk about the Carnage. We haven't talked about him yet.
All right, I'm ready.
So I haven't commented on this card yet. I haven't done a video. I saw some other people did videos, of course. It's a great new card and it's an exciting new monster. Hawks21 on YouTube called it pretty well. I like his stuff, by the way. If you guys don't watch Hawks21, you should. And he was kind of breaking down the art style of the monster before we knew any stats and was making predictions. And I think he said it was going to be a reach. He said it was going to be melee. He said it was going to have a lot of hit points, and it was going to be, I think he even said it might have double strike. So he called it. And anyways, great card. I think this card is going to be very desirable. Jim, what are your initial thoughts? And like value wise, how would you rank this, knowing that we have some dragon monsters out there right now that are probably $4 or $5, and then we have some other legendaries that are maybe what, 20, 25 at the high end for some of the monsters that are new. So where does this fall, do you think?
Well, in bronze, I don't like this card at all.
Mm.
He's just a lot of mana. And I don't think he's that great because most of the time in bronze you don't really get high mana value, high mana games.
Yeah.
In silver you start to see that a lot, and then in gold as well. And I think in silver and gold is where he really shines. I don't know anything about Diamond Plus, so yeah, this guy's kind of a killer. We have access to in silver, you have access to 2 Inspire units. In blue, the Dimension Shark and River, I forget its name.
Yeah.
The legendary.
Helendale. Yeah.
Yeah. So then you can buff them to 5 damage, or if you have the I think it's a beta or a reward, I forget. The Summoner Dragon that gives +1 melee.
Summoner Dragon. Oh yeah, that's Daria Dragon skill.
Yeah, so I think you can make this card ridiculous. Then you can also combo it with Grund.
Or, you know, if you were doing something like you just described, and then you put it in front of it, Robo Dragon, or, you know, the way you just described it, this thing would be the killer. Oh, but if you put Grund in front of this thing, but then I guess you would lose some of the Inspires you just mentioned because some of them were like blue focused. Yeah, no.
You're sacrificing that specific damage into more spread damage through 2 characters.
Yeah, I could see this being, you know, on the blue team with some of those Inspires with one of my new favorite cards, which is the over here quick. What's he called? He's a water. The demon shark. So good.
Yeah.
This is becoming my new, you know how I feel about the nightmare. This is becoming my new favorite nightmare, my new nightmare, because I just find the water team is so excellent. Like he's kind of expensive, but he's not a giant. And then the blue team has lots of really inexpensive low mana options to really, even if you're at like 20, 22, 25 mana, you can still afford this guy because then you're going to drop, like, just look at Chaos Legion and look at regular.
4 mana from
like 4, 3,
Talia.
4, 2, 3, 0. That's, you know, you can build a full team for like 20 mana very, very easily. And
you drop the Axe Master for more double attack.
Wow, that sounds like a very, very powerful attack. But you're right.
In white.
You're right though. Go ahead. Sorry, what's that?
I was saying you could also then do it in white with the Arbalist in case there's like, because you know with Kalia you want more than one attack to get around that +1 armor. So having like 2 multi-attackers. Oh, and then there's the Assassin, right? Deep. Oh man, I forgot about that thing.
What's it called?
Oh yeah, then you have the Inspire guy in white as well. You would. Oh, that would be dirty.
So these are the double strikers. This is a card
Yeah.
that most people don't talk about, but I love playing in the melee from any position rule set, especially at the higher levels. It gets 3, and then you drop some inspires, and this guy's doing, 5 per turn. And then Grund and Axemaster and Assassin. This one is this, in my opinion, is the most deadly double strike in the game because it's actually a quadruple strike on the archery and the melee.
In a lot of cases with the rule set,
yeah, if it's, you got to play it the right rule set, but it's so good. Steve said maybe 15-25 bucks. I think, first of all, hey Steve, good to see you, bud. Thanks for coming. I kind of feel like maybe it could be like, what would I think?
He will be more expensive than Grum, which is I believe the most expensive legendary right now. Oh no, Mycelia is.
Yeah, Mycelia has been a bit crazy. That's almost a separate conversation. Like, maybe does Mycelia keep dropping? Mycelia was about 35-40 bucks. It's been dropping. Does it go further? Does it close the gap before? Because Chaos Legion's still not even half done yet. The pack's being sold. I suspect the cards that are the highest priced right now trend a little bit lower. I don't know how much lower, and my argument here would go out the window if we saw like a new flurry of signups. But you can't plan on that. Like, just if it happens, fine, but you can't plan for 100,000 new entrants to the game. But maybe 10 to 15 bucks sounds like it makes sense to me. I think he's very good. The new Carnage Titan, I like him a lot. Do I like him? Let me think this through.
How much is Grund?
13. Can you not see my screen right now, Jim?
Oh, that's Grum. I was looking for Grund.
Oh, Grund. He's epic. Grund is 10 bucks-ish?
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah. Oh, he's 5? Is that what that was?
Where is he?
Wow, he's $5.
That seems like a good price to me, man. I know you get level 1, and so there's a whole audience of people in the game that don't need to buy him. But like I was saying...
Well, he's an epic. They don't just give them...
That's true. That's true. So everybody wants one of these guys. If you don't own a Grund, and no matter where you're at, this is like a must-have card, I'd say. And just for those, even if it's literally just for those niche plays where you maybe don't put him as a tank. I don't love him as a main tank, but even in that context, I will use him there occasionally. I love him in all of those other rule sets where melee can go from any other position, and he's relatively safe, and he's dropping these major bombs, and then at gold or higher, I guess he's getting the trample on top of the double strike. It's bananas.
Yeah, he's a killer. Didn't he also used to have stun rather than the cripple?
Did he have?
I think he used to.
I feel that's not true. Can anybody else speak to that?
I'm fairly certain, because people were considering him to be ridiculously crazy, because then he had the double strike. So in theory, he should be stunning.
I would say that cripple is nastier than stun. I mean, stun would be amazing too, but cripple is going to be taking away. Like, you're at this level, you're hitting for 4, you're hitting for 5. And
now think about it. You have the taunt unit in the back line, so now he's doing a 1v1 with the guy in the front line, stunning.
Yeah, sure. That would be wild. I don't remember it being stun. Maybe it was, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, I'd have to go look for like some older video of all the cards during beta or on the test server.
Carlos says he uses Grund with the slip spawn, which is a great way if you're going to use Grund. If you're going to use, like, I consider this guy almost like a glass cannon. That expression usually means a monster that has 1 or 2 or 3 very few hit points, and you might say 10 is a lot, but is it really? You can delete 10 with sometimes 2 magic attacks. You know, picture Alaric with 2 big legendary, fast legendaries on the water team. This guy is gone in 2 hits, but not like you said with if you drop that slip spawn in the background, that's a great way to give the Grund breathing room.
Yep. He's a little crazy.
Yuki says that in a test server it was different, but they don't really remember what it was. I use Grund and yeah, using Grund in the Enrage rule set is definitely a good idea. Definitely.
Yeah, I could see this new card being around 15 to 20 range.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome for sure. I don't know if it's must have, like you pointed out, Jim, at the lower levels, and therefore I don't know if the price goes as wild as, for instance, Grum, or for that matter, like just if we just look at the Chaos Legion legendaries and we say to ourselves, like, what's kind of comparable? So it's kind of a tank. It's kind of like Jin Mura in that it has both armor and health. It has a fair bit of damage. Obviously, this is magic and the other one is melee. But the point is that this is something you can put in the second spot, and it can be a secondary tank. Same as Carnage Titan. It's probably more like something else from a different, it's not really exactly like anything from Chaos Legion. Let's check out dice. No, I don't feel like it's like that. Stop me if you see
the Vigilator.
What? Pardon?
I said it's more like the Vigilator.
Yeah, but that's got the archery too, and no armor.
Yeah. I don't really think there's another card like it aside, well, at the legendary level.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of in a little spot of its own, and it's good. It's very strong. So, I mean, here's the problem. I got to look at it one more time so I'm speaking accurately about it. Let's see, where did I put it? Boom. Okay, so break that.
Necromancer just said Grund had stun. See this article?
Gotcha.
I guess he had some article that either didn't link or something.
So you bribed off Necromancer, I see. They've gotten to you too.
Yeah. 50 DC.
50. That's the going price. Yeah, bronze Carnage Titan only has 2 melee. He only has 3 speed, which isn't bad, but not great. The 7 shield is great, but the 8 hearts it has no void, it has no shield, is kind of vulnerable. And then the 11 cost, like you said, it's not going to be functional in. There's a ton of matches you won't be able to play it, and when you can play it at bronze, I don't know that you're going to want to with that 2 melee. It's just kind of whatever. And then at silver, at diamond, I like it a lot, and I'll definitely get one. But I kind of think maybe this is more like a $10 card. That's where I'm landing.